Hey, all you collectors out there. Welcome to a new segment that I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but it'll probably be down in the video. But uh, we have a fun little thing where I like to buy bulk sometimes, just due to the fact that with Magic, specifically for Magic the Gathering, that bulk tends to be worth a little bit. Only if I know there are older sets in it. For those of you who are not aware, some of the older cards, I do explain this in later videos, I believe. Um, but in the older sets of cards, right? Normally things that would look common to people who are not aware are actually rares, uncommons to that set. And most people don't know it because they see the symbol, and the symbol is black, which usually stands for common in the on the Magic the Gathering cards. So, I sometimes I get the chance where I go out and I just buy some bulk, and I like to, I like to make sure I know what cards come in it, right? What's are in there. And sometimes people just don't bother even pricing their common, right? Because they think it's just, oh, it looks like a common. It might not be worth anything, so I'm not even going to worry about it, and they'll just keep it, right? They'll keep it in their boxes or whatever. So what I did is I bought $35 worth of bulk Magic cards, and I have been on like 5 minutes from going to pick it up from this guy locally. He threw in two more boxes of bulk that were just in for it. He threw them in because he was like, "Oh, whatever. Like, I just found these. If you want them, you can have them." And I'm like, "Sure, great, awesome, thanks." So now I have 5 boxes of bulk. One of them, right? One of these boxes, as claimed on the listing, has a lot of rares and mythics in it. Now, obviously, I'm not sure on that, right? Because I haven't looked in it. I haven't looked at any of these things yet. So this is going to be our journey through opening these boxes, reopening these boxes, and seeing what's in there. Right now, I'm expecting a whole lot of commons, but if we get any additional stuff in there, any kind of money, perfect. Right, that's what I'd hope for. So, we're gonna start with $35, right? Spent, so we're at negative 35 as far as our money, and we're gonna see what kind of money we can make by going through this bulk. So, who's to say, right? But yeah, so that's kind of the thing. Just a heads up though, during our outro videos, where I will be putting the prices of any of the cards that we find in there that I am not already aware of, we'll tally up how much of that box gave us, and then we'll add it to our total. Now, the prices that are for this segment, because I'm going to hope to make the entirety of the segment in just this month of March of 2021. That's what the prices are, right? So just as a heads up, any of the prices that are listed are of March 20 of the year 2021. So this is right in between Kaldheim release and Strixhaven release, so on and so forth. So that's kind of where they lie. If any of you guys have any questions about the cards, feel free to let me know, and we'll go from there. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on over to Unboxing Alex, and he's gonna go ahead and take care of looking through the cards for us. All right. Well, here are the boxes in question. It's really great because really what I had bought from this guy, this, and this were the only things that were there. But he found these as well and was just like, "Hey, do you want them? It's just more bulk." So I was like, "Okay, sure. Like, I'll take more bulk." But but obviously, it'd take me a million years to figure out everything. According to the listing that he had given, this box has a lot of the good stuff in it. So we're actually going to save that one probably for last. I have not looked through any of these boxes yet. So we are just going to assume that it's going to be junk. But we'll obviously check it out. What I want to try doing is getting these boxes out of the way. We're going to do one at a time just because the video is going to be pretty long if it doesn't stay to a certain amount of time. So I don't want to get it too long. I figure we'll piece it out. But this is, I bought all this for $35. So obviously, if most of these are just commons, right? $35 is $35. But we'll see. So this is the front of the box here. Get a sneak peek up there, I guess. We'll see what we got. So this is, I think that's Battle for Zendikar, I want to say. Kaladesh stuff. Okay. It's not so bad. Okay. So I don't think this is, it's definitely all commons. That's an uncommon. Let's just stack them as we see, right? That's an uncommon. So definitely, I'm not sure what any of these uncommons or commons go for, right? But it's always worth a shot to just check them out. If we find any rares or mythics in here, then that's great. I haven't seen any of these cards either, so like it's kind of, it looks like he's got a whole playset collection of these things, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I don't know. He just he was like, yeah, I'm just getting rid of my collection, and so this is what he had. Let's see. That's not, I think that's Kaladesh, or that's Kaladesh. I don't know actually. One of these might be something else. Like I said, I mean, I'm not very familiar with these sets, so I don't exactly know off the top of my head. But I figured, we'll be doing this for you guys, because I like to show off the collections that I buy just around town. And I figure this is what we can do, right? This is fun little stuff, right? It's more than just pack openings, right? Like, this is somebody else's whole collection. And so that's really cool because, they, this was their pride and joy back in the day. Like, these decks they could have played before, right? These could have been their favorites. So here, this is our uncommon pile. This is our common pile. Okay, let's see. All right, what was that? M15. So lands, all right. Obviously, lands are lands. I'm not gonna go crazy for that stuff. This is Avacyn, Khans of Tarkir. I'm getting better with naming the sets, though, which is really great. That's Kaladesh? Or that's Kaladesh? I don't... are those uncommons? Those are uncommons. And like I said, I'm not expecting... I mean, like, even the uncommons are kind of nice, because maybe they might go for something, but I'm not expecting, like, the greatest out of these things. But these two are the bulk that I was not originally going to buy. This Amonkhet box and the Zendikar Rising bundle box thing, those are all cards that I was not expecting to get. So granted, I don't know what's in his other bulk, that black box that we're probably going to do as a last video. He said there's a lot of mythics and rares in that box. Now, obviously, a lot, an online listing through Facebook Marketplace could mean, 2. But, I don't want to doubt anyone, just based on first appearances, right? Like, he could be very genuine about this. And he seems to have quite a lot of cards. So he obviously was a collector, or at least a hardcore player at one point, right? So I figure, give him the benefit of the doubt. We can go from there. What are you? What is that? A Tusk card? Huh. I like a lot of the cards, though, I go through every single one of them, but, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, wow, old content. But also, not to mention that these cards, well, there's a little dust. They're in pretty good condition. Like, they've been kept in these boxes for some time now. And that's really cool. I mean, I'm happy to see that. Let's see. It's good to see that there's Oh. Bend that in there. But it's good to see that there's the they've at least been kept in okay condition. Normally, with commons, right? You get the commons and they're I'm just starting another stack. You get the commons and the commons are just like, I mean, they're all torn to shreds, right? It's this big whole thing. So normally you don't actually find anything like that in good condition. Granted, though, you can't do it all, right? Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. Huh. That's pretty cool. Ooh, Mystic Monastery. I have this in my Shu Yun deck. It's a good card. Good card. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's see. More lands. See, I mean, like, these are at least, it's lands, right? I don't exactly want them, but I also, like I said in previous videos, my collection is not very good. So if I could get started with a thing of lands, it'll make any drafts that I end up doing in the future a lot easier. Also, hold on. Am I losing my marbles here? I am losing my marbles. Yeah. I don't know why I thought, oh shit, look at that thing. Eek. I don't know why I thought for a reason this was starting to become more and more silver. Which I don't really know how I'd tell. I guess it would be silver, right? Granted, I'm looking at it through a phone right now, so I can't exactly tell you, but looks like just more of this, what I believe to be Kaladesh commons. Oh, Garrison. Oh, this is like the vehicle stuff. Never understood the vehicle things. Didn't understand that at all. I have to, now with Kaldheim doing that kind of stuff, I always wondered whether or not that was going to be something that I'd see more, right? Is big vehicle decks, but you don't see it enough. Which is fine by me. I much prefer my Orzhov stuff. Alright, so I'd say we're about 2/3. Well, yeah, like 2/3 of the way through this thing. Looks like so far just a bunch of commons from some newer sets. I believe this is considered modern. Which is fine. Clip wings. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with flying. Ooh. That's really good for my deck. Or against my deck, I should say. See, that's a Kaladesh rare. Like I said, I'm just, once again, I'm assuming this is Kaladesh. I'm assuming this symbol is Kaladesh. Only because I think I've seen that exact same symbol on Arena. And I think that was it. So, alright, a lot of uncommons here, right? And it's like, it's good to at least see the uncommons. Because that means that, obviously they took out all the rares and stuff, but some of these uncommons might be worth something. It wasn't until I pulled stuff from that set booster box that I was like, oh yeah, some of these uncommons might be worth a pretty penny. Yeah, it looks like almost a playset of like just about everything, which is really great. It's at least good for a collection's sake. Oh. Japanese cards. It's not something I was expecting in here. These probably, I would only imagine these don't go for more out here, but Japanese card, they'll put you right there. It's a new rarity all in and of itself. Alliancer, okay. More uncommons from that set. And like I said, I mean, if any of these cards look familiar to you guys, and you guys are like, oh my god, I can't believe he just like casually pulled that, leave a comment and let me know. I'm going to be doing a follow-up video probably for this after I like actually price everything else out in this box. But I'm assuming it's still only going for like pennies. I probably have like a whole $2 worth of cards here. So at least that's what I'd assume. All right. This is the last of it here. Go ahead, we got more commons. What a surprise. McKinley Patrol. I'm like losing the stack here. My hands can only hold so much. At least it'll give you a nice little like peek into the future. Some more Zendikar. I think this is the Eldrazi set. I could be wrong. Calm yourself, cards. These are more Shielded Archer Thief. Huh. Okay. Okay. Oh, this one's a flippy boy. Curious Homunculus. And Voracious Reader. Oh, yeah, this is Eldrazi. The octopus. I should have thought. Terror of the Deep stuff. I should have thought that was going to be Eldrazi. But yeah, so this is neat. I mean, hey, a lot of uncommons here, so that's really good. Good to at least see a decent amount in there. And like I said, you know, if it's if it's an uncommon, I might have a good chance at it being the case. The art on here is really good, though. You know, it's like as much as I know that the newer set is not truly, you know, worth as much as some of the older stuff, I do know that I like the art on the newer stuff, just like I like the art on the older stuff. Like, they're so much more vibrant in color than the older ones. Not just because they're old, but it just seems like there's just so much more going on in one picture. And I think that's really cool. Mind Rake. Oh, this is more Eldrazi stuff, too. Okay, some more Eldrazi stuff there. Yeah, so far this is a pretty good little box. Like I said, I mean, I'm gonna go look over all these uncommons, and I'm gonna see what these are all worth right now. Once again, I assume they're just pennies, right? But we'll see. Let's see here, shocks. Oh, back into these. Sorry, I'm trying to hold off a sneeze right now. I don't know what set this is, but these are all in Japanese. More Japanese cards. Okay, gosh, look at that. Wonder why he had Japanese card. What is this? Oh, this is a Friday Night Magic thing. Well, that's gonna be nothing. This is. I'm just gonna put all these uncommons to the front because it looks like this might be the this might all just be Japanese art stuff, Japanese cards. I wonder why you'd get these. There can't be a reason. Maybe he just collected something else and that's just a bunch of lands. Swamps. Yep, swamps and some tokens. We got a gremlin. It's me. It's me right there. And a servo. Man, the real money cards right there in the back. I'll tell you what. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Out of all of this, we got a big old stack of uncommons, which I'm going to price out. Like I said, a lot of this stuff came from. Let's see it all here. A lot of this stuff came from Eldrazi, Battle for Zendikar, I think, and maybe possibly Kaladesh. I'm sure I got the set wrong, though. And then we have some Japanese cards here, too. But most of those cards in there look like they were from some of the newer modern sets. So, probably not worth a whole lot if you're looking for, like, actual value, but it's not, it's obviously not the end of the world. You know, I always like to, I have fun when I look through these things because it's like looking through someone's life, you know, even if they had just acquired these things like, you know, a year ago, right? It's the fact that they had these cards and they collected them, they cared for them, they proceeded to, you know, play with them, right? I'm sure they're in they've been in sleeves and have been played before, and it's like reliving everything through that. So, I guess that's kind of how I feel about it. But luckily, we have not two. I'm sorry. We have 4 more boxes of bulk to go through. And I'll be making those all separate videos because, like I said, I want to keep it roughly about 20 minutes or so a video. And then we'll go ahead and come back. So not a whole lot of hits as far as I can tell, but I'm going to go through these and I'll give you guys the updates as well. And we'll go from there. So we'll go ahead and I'll make another separate ending here. And we'll show you what this is worth. All right. Talk to you guys in a bit. All right, guys. Well, I am back after unboxing that Amonkhet little bundle box thing. There are some cards in question that we have found, right? Looked through a whole bunch of stuff just to see what we could get, and I hope it comes up good on camera. Probably won't, but we do have some cards here. I'd say probably the one card out of that whole set that meant anything is worth of money is this Undercity Informer. This here's about $1. And then we also have a Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. As soon as that gets all wonky, you can really see the ring light behind me. The Tomb of the Spirit Dragon from Khans of Tarkir. And then we have a Bane of Balaged. Boom. From Battle for Zendikar. So it's an Eldrazi creature. Pretty crazy, too, right? Whenever Bane of Balaged attacks, defending player exiles 2 permanents he or she controls. Crazy. I mean, it costs 7, but, still crazy. Also, I want to just shout out to the guy who I bought this from. I don't know if you will ever watch this, right? But if you do, thank you for keeping all of these cards in pretty good condition. I know they're all commons and uncommons so far. That's really great that even these are kept in good condition because it means that I can still add them to collections as near mint, so on and so forth. So that's going to be it for this first box. I'd say out of everything, total, we gained, like, I don't know, $2. Like $2 from this box. So really, now we're going to try and break even. And so now we only have $33 left, right, to make up for. So we'll see what happens in our next box. We'll probably go ahead and do the Zendikar Rising box next and just see how that works out. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I like to do this kind of stuff often, so, where I can. Obviously, I'm not buying $3,000 collections just yet, but in the future, I hope to get to that point and we can do that kind of stuff. So for right now, it's just nice going through collections and seeing what people have. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. We made a solid $2 off this box. We'll move on to the next ones in those future videos, and we'll go from there. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this content. There's plenty more where that came from. We don't just do Magic, we do Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. It's just that I have a lot of Magic content to start the channel with. So if you guys are here at the beginning of the channel's life, you'll see a lot more Magic content than you will Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! But I have stuff coming. So we're gonna hope to kill it there. But anyway, once again, thank you so much. And I hope to see you guys on the next unboxing video for part 2. All right, air it out.